Welcome to another edition of Soul Sister Ramblers online yoga. Today we are going to use a prop, the wall, which is a wonderful tool to help you deepen your practice, explore poses maybe that you have been hesitant about trying, lengthening and stretching and working on our alignment. So as we prepare to start, we're going to set our intention, which is be where you are now. So we need to do what we can with what we have and where we are now. Instead of worrying about what we cannot control, we need to shift our energy to what we can create with what is being offered to us in this present moment. So to prepare to settle in, we are going to start with our legs up the wall. So the easiest way to get into this pose is to turn sideways against the wall. Take one hip, line it up against the wall, and all you're going to do is you're going to pivot and you're going to shift, laying down and taking those legs up the wall. And we're going to settle. So we want the pelvis and the sitting bones to be rooted firmly down on the mat. Now, if you're really tight through the back of your body, a good option is either gently moving the pelvis away from the wall until it's rooted down strongly on the mat. And if you find that laying flat on your back like this can be uncomfortable, you can bend your knees, gently lift, and tuck a pillow or a blanket underneath, and then settle it back down. And we're going to start by coming into our constructive rest in this position, hands down by your side. Allow the body to settle, the legs reaching up into the air. Tuck your chin and feel all those connection points that are connecting you to the mat. And we're just going to take a few moments here to settle in and connect with our breath. You can take one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. Really allowing yourself to start to become present, feeling the connection of the body beneath the palm. You feel the breath expanding underneath the palm on the belly as you inhale. Feeling your heartbeat, lengthening the breath. Allowing yourself to become present. Bring your mind present, focusing on this time that you're going to spend on your mat. Let go of any external distraction. Feel the restorative quality of the legs up the wall. It's just wonderful to do first thing in the morning before you go to bed. Just allowing yourself to be present, processing your day or preparing for your day. And we're just going to take a couple more rounds of breath here. Truly allowing yourself to be present. Place the hands down by your side. And all we're going to do is we're going to take those feet and separate them, coming into a wide-legged V position. Allow the feet to roll away from each other. And we find that we are lengthening and releasing through the inner legs and the groin. If you want to expand on this opening as we begin our practice, you can take your hands, reach them up into the air, bend the elbows, grab alternating elbows, and then exhale those hands overhead, those arms overhead. So now we're lengthening and opening up through the upper spine as well. And as you soften and release through the inner thighs, maybe you're going to allow those legs to widen a little deeper, away from each other. Let's take those arms back up, cross them in the opposite direction, and take them back overhead. We start out this practice today as a restorative practice, working up into exploring and becoming more active. But right now, we're just relaxing and breathing, allowing the body to open, accepting what we're offering today. On your next exhale, bring the hands down by your side. We're going to walk those legs back up to center. Bend the knees, bring the soles of the feet onto the wall, and then we're going to bring the soles of the feet together and allow the knees to draw away from each other, reclined cobbler. You can take those hands, place them on the insides of the thighs, giving yourself a little resistance, deepening stretch. Squeeze those feet together, drawing the knees away from each other towards the wall, soft through the upper body. Continue to focus on your breath while we lay here prone. Nice deep inhales and exhales, feeding the body. Bring the hands behind the knees, draw the knees back together. Soles of the feet on the wall, hip distance apart. And all we're going to do is we're just going to slide the spine and the hips back until we get this 90-degree angle with the legs. So the ankles are in line with the knees, and the knees are in line with the hips. And we're going to come into a reclined pigeon pose. So we're going to take that right ankle and place it on top of the left knee. Pushing the left foot into the wall, flex your right foot, protecting that right knee. And again, we're going to take that right hand, gently drawing that right knee towards the wall. And as you do so, if you're tight in your hips might want to pivot. You want to ground deeply down the pelvis, the hips into the mat, so that the opening is coming through the hip flexor, the inner thigh. And then keeping that right knee bent and the ankle over that left knee. We're going to thread our hands through, holding behind the left thigh. And we're going to inhale and take that left leg up into the air. Now, if you find that you struggle to reach behind the thigh, you can take your strap, wrap it behind the thigh, and hold on, giving yourself a little bit more space so that the upper body stays soft on the mat. So we're going to bend that left leg, bring the sole of the foot back down onto the mat. Hands down by your side. And as you inhale, we're going to inhale, lift the pelvis, take the arms up overhead and roll up onto the toes. Exhaling back down. We're going to do 4 rounds. I want you to think about continuing to take that right knee as you inhale, drawing it towards the wall. Coming down on the exhale. 2 more. Inhale, reach, rolling up onto the shoulders. Hands long overhead. Last round. Hands down by your side. We're going to uncross that right foot, take the right foot onto the wall, and we're going to take that left ankle and place it on top of the right knee. Left hand on left knee, gently drawing that left knee towards the wall, creating space and opening through the hip. Keep the left foot flexed, soft in the upper body. We're going to take the hands, thread them through behind that right thigh. Remember, if you need to, you can take your strap, one on each hand, resting the upper body down on the mat, and then we're going to inhale and lift that right leg. Push out through both heels, right heel reaching up towards the sky. You're going to feel engagement in the front of that right thigh. And then we're going to bend that right knee again, bringing the sole of the foot back down onto the mat, onto the wall. Hands down by your side. 4 rolling pigeons. Inhale, lift. Up onto the toes. Left knee reaching towards the wall. Slowly rolling back down. 3 more. And remember to meet yourself where you are today, what's available for you. Maybe the hands are going to stay down by your side as you inhale and roll up. Maybe when you roll up, it's just going to be a gentle lift of the pelvis. Exhale back down. You're going to uncross the legs. Draw the knees into the chest. Give a little rock from side to side. And then we're gently going to roll over onto our side. Roll up to seated. And we're going to come into staff pose with our back up against the wall. We're going to take those legs out nice and long in front. Flex the feet. Push all the connection points against the wall. Sitting up nice and tall. Shoulders drawing back, opening through the chest. And if it's available for you today, you're going to inhale, take those arms up overhead. And we're going to push those thumbs back towards the wall. Length through the spine. Even though we are not moving, we are very active in this pose. The whole body's active. On your next exhale, we're just gently going to fold forward, reaching towards the feet. And as you inhale, come back up, thumbs reaching towards the wall. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach. And this time, as you exhale and fold, you're going to reach for the feet. And if you need the assistance of a strap, you're going to wrap it around the balls of the feet. One hand on either side, holding the strap, allowing yourself to fold forward. This can be a very gentle movement. You may not move much, but we're lengthening and creating space in the lower spine. Allow the head to drop down towards the knees. And then gently inhale back up. We're going to bend the knees and we're going to pivot round so that we are facing the wall. So we're going to come into half boat using the wall to assist us. So you can do it free form. I'll show you free form and then I'll show you how you can use your strap to assist you. So basically we're going to have a 90-degree angle on the legs again. Feet are hip distance apart. Lift the chest, lift the spine, and you're going to take those arms and reach them out long in front. Now the modification on that is taking the strap underneath the feet, pushing the feet up against the wall, and using your strap to lift the upper body up and straighten the spine. Draw the chest towards the knees. Breathing. And then we're going to try and straighten the legs coming into a full boat using the wall. So all we're going to do is start walking those feet up the wall, straightening the legs, using your strap or free form. And breathe. Bend the knees. Bring the soles of the feet down to the mat. Roll over onto all fours. We're going to come into our tabletop position. And we're going to use the wall again. I want you to come into your alignment, reaching back. And you're going to push that right foot up against the wall. Nice flat spine, nice long arms. We're going to inhale and we're going to take that left arm, reach it long. You can keep that left hand down, reaching long. 3 rounds. Exhale, elbow to knee or knee to forehead. Inhale, reach, push the foot against the wall. Exhale, round. The hand is down on the mat. We're lengthening, rounding knee to forehead. Let's bend that right knee, bring it back down onto the mat. We're going to stretch and take that left leg, reach it out long. Push the sole of the foot into the wall, either keeping both hands on the mat or inhaling and taking that right arm, reaching out long. On your next exhale, 3 rounds, knee to elbow or knee to forehead. Exhale, right hand down, left knee down. And we're just going to roll back into a child's pose. Take a few breaths here. Releasing any tension you may have created in the lower spine. On your next inhale, push up onto all fours. And we're going to work our way into our downward facing dog. So you're going to walk back towards the wall, arms reaching forward, and you may need to do a little bit of adjusting to find the right spacing for this. And we're going to take an inhale, and as you exhale, you're going to push up into your downward dog. And then you're going to walk the heels back, push them towards the wall, lengthening through the backs of the legs. Now, if you're tight in the legs, you can lift the heels a little higher up on the wall. As we lengthen and extend through the legs, maybe those heels are going to come a little closer down towards the floor. You want to soften through the shoulders. Rotate the inner biceps towards the front of the mat. Tailbone reaching up into the air. Chest working towards the knees. Now you're welcome to stay here. You're welcome to come into a child's pose. If you want to explore further, you're going to bend that right knee, draw it in towards the chest. Exhale and take it up the wall with the top of the foot pushing against the wall. And then you're going to draw back. This is deepening the stretch through the back of the leg. Remember, our intention today is meeting yourself where you are. So drop in and feel where is comfortable for you. We're going to take that right leg back down. Draw the left knee into the chest and take it out. Pushing the top of the foot into the wall. Let's take that left leg down. Take one more breath here. And then we're gently going to inhale, look up, and gently walk forward and come into your forward fold. So I want you to gently walk back so that the feet are hip distance apart, the sitting bones are touching the wall. And we grab alternating elbows and gently fold forward. If it's available for you, maybe you're going to take those hands and tuck them behind the thighs, exhaling, deepening the forward fold. Gently releasing, fingertips down to the earth. Swan diving up to standing, bend the knees, inhale, float the arms out. Palms together. Bring them into your heart. One more round. Inhale up. Hold those hands in heart center. Stepping back so that the heels are against the wall. Our shoulders, our pelvis, all those connection points, the back of the head, are touching the wall. Root down through the feet, lengthen up through the crown of the head. Breathe deeply. Then we're going to release that left hand, place it down along the left thigh. We're going to inhale that right arm up, place it against the wall. And as you exhale, gently fold to the left. Inhale back up to center. Right hand down, inhale, left arm up. And gently fold to the right. Inhale back up. And we're gently going to step away from the wall. Our first standing pose today is going to be our chair pose. So we want our feet hip distance apart. We're going to bend the knees, and we always want that pelvis and the tailbone to be reaching back like you're reaching to sit in a chair. So you're going to hold on to the wall, you're going to bend the knees, and you're just going to touch that tailbone up against the wall. You're going to move your feet forward so that the knees are stacked over the ankles. You're going to sit into your chair. See if you can get as close as possible to parallel on the thighs. Your hands into heart center. Take the weight into the heels. And then we're going to inhale, take those arms, reach them up, and lean the upper body forward just slightly, coming into our chair. And breathing. Take those hands, support yourself on the wall. To challenge yourself, take those arms, reach them out long. You're going to say hello to those thighs. They're going to be burning. See if you can hold for one more round of breath. And then either taking the hands back on the wall or hands into heart center, you're going to push up. We're going to come into our warrior two. You're going to have your blocks ready. Can you place them up again? So we're going to start by taking that, whichever leg for you is closest to the wall. For me, it's my left. I'm going to step my left leg forward and my right leg back. So we're going to bend the left knee, that front knee over ankle. And we want to take that back hip and we want to draw it towards the wall along with that back shoulder blade. We're going to take those arms, reach them out. Gazing over those left front fingertips or those front fingertips. Upper body's reaching up. And then we're going to reach forward, bend that front forearm and rest it on the front thigh, palm facing up. So we're coming into a bended side angle. And we're going to inhale and take that right arm, back arm reaching up to the sky. If it's available, gazing up, we want to push, draw that back shoulder towards the wall. The front knee is pushing towards the wall, and those ribs on the underside are drawing forward. The upper ribs are drawing back towards the wall. To come out, we're going to inhale, straighten that front leg. Turn the toes forward. Back legs, back toes towards the back of the mat. And bending that alternate front knee over ankle. Back hip and back shoulder blade pushing towards the wall. Inhale, take the arms out. Gaze over those front fingertips. Transitioning into our extended side angle, you're going to bend that right or that front forearm rested on that front thigh. We're going to draw that top shoulder blade up towards the wall and inhale that arm up. Gently inhaling back up, straightening that front leg. Turn the toes forward, back to the other side. And we're going to come into our extended, we're going to come into our triangle pose. So I want you to take one of your blocks or two of your blocks, place it on the inside, big toe side of your front leg. So with our triangle, our legs stay straight. We take the arms, reach them out long. And instead of reaching down, we reach forward, dropping into that front hip crease. And then you're gently going to turn that front palm forward, drop it down to the inside of that front leg. Rotate the back side of the body up towards the wall. Take that arm up. Now you can use your block as support to come into your triangle. Breathing. Inhaling back up. Grab your block. Turn those front toes forward, back toes out. Taking your block, placing it down on the inside of that front leg. Legs are straight, arms out long. And we slide the hand along the wall, dropping into the hip crease. Front palm faces away from the wall and drops to the inside of that front leg. We're going to take the top shoulder and the back hip, draw them towards the wall, and inhale that back arm up. Inhale up strongly. Move your block out of the way, turn your toes forward. One more time, taking that front leg, toes, turning them forward. And we're going to come into a half moon pose, which is a wonderful way to explore it using the wall. It gives you safety and support in your mind as well as your body. We're going to take both blocks, stack them on top of each other. So we want those front toes facing forward. We're going to bend that front knee and we're going to reach for the blocks. Now the blocks need to be, as you reach, so that they are underneath your shoulder. You're going to roll up onto those back toes. Take the weight into the fingertips, lifting that back leg, taking that back hip and top shoulder, drawing them towards the wall, and taking that arm up. Now you can put a bend in that front knee if you want. You've got the support of the wall. Lean back into it. Enjoy the feeling of being weightless. And to come back out, slide the hand down, bend that front knee, and gently come back. Let's take those off, and lift the other side. Those front toes facing forward. We're going to bend that front knee, lean our weight forward, roll onto the back toes, bring that hand down on the blocks. And as you slide forward, that wrist should be stacked underneath the shoulder. And maybe you're just going to practice lifting your toes, getting the feeling of the pose. And then maybe you'll be ready to come back up into the full expression. There she is again. There she is again. Drawing that back hip and top shoulder against the wall. There she is again. There she is again. Come back out. We're going to bring that top hand down, bend the knee. A beautiful full body stretch. We're going to work our way down, coming into some floor movement. Let vinyasa flow into a child's pose. Hands down by your side, pull away from the wall a little bit. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bend the knees, fold forward, plant your hands, step back into your high plank, drop your knees, and roll back into the child's pose. On your next inhale, push up onto all fours. And we're going to come into a low lunge using the wall. So we're going to turn towards the wall. You're going to grab one of your blocks. And we're going to step that right foot forward. And you're going to touch that right big toe into the wall. You're going to take a block on this side. And you're going to place it where your knee is. Push your knee into the wall. Okay, so you're nice and strong. Nice long lunge. Inhale the arms up overhead. Continue pushing the block into the wall. And we're going to come into a twisted low lunge. We're going to bring our hands into heart center. You're going to take that left elbow. We're going to twist to the right. And you're going to take that left elbow onto the right knee or to the outside. Push the block into the wall. And come into your twist. Inhale back up. Remove the block. Take that right knee back. Let's step the left forward. Place the block in between the knee and the wall. Inhale the arms up. Bring your hands into heart center. And we're going to take that left elbow toward that right elbow towards the left knee, or maybe to the outside. Palms together. Inhale back to center. Remove the block and bring that left knee back. Roll over onto your hip and swing your legs around. And we're going to come into the seated cobbler pose up against the wall. So you're going to bring the spine again back up against the wall. Bring the feet together. Pushing the upper body up against the wall. Hands resting on the inner thigh. Taking nice deep breath. Maybe just do a little rock from side to side with the head. Breath. Draw the hands underneath the knees, bring the knees together. Take the legs, reach them out long. And we're just going to come into a seated twist. Let's just bend that right knee. Bringing the right foot either to the inside of the left thigh or crossing it over to the outside. We're going to inhale, take that right arm up. We're going to twist to the left, taking that right elbow to the inside of the right knee and gently twisting to the left. Inhale back to center. Straighten the right leg. Bend the left knee. Sole of the foot to the inside of the right thigh, or if it's available, over to the outside, keeping both hips rooted on the mat. Inhale that left arm up. And we're going to twist to the right, bending that left elbow, taking it to the inside of the right knee. And gently twist to the right. Now, because we're up against the wall, we're not going to do a really deep twist. Inhale back to center. Take the left leg straight, give a little shake out. And we are going to end our practice the same way we started, with our legs up against the wall. So bend the knees, turn sideways, have your props ready, whatever you may need. And we're just going to inhale, take those legs, reach them up against the wall. Maybe you're going to take a blanket underneath the hips. Maybe for this final restorative pose, you're going to take a blanket underneath the head. Finding what's comfortable for you. Allowing the legs to soften. Allowing the body to connect back onto the earth. Softening the breath. And with each exhale, we allow the tension to be released. The whole backside of the body starts to become heavy and connect more deeply. Releasing tension in the jaw and the face. Release that tension and that space between the eyes. And just allow yourself to really be present and enjoy this restorative pose. Now you're welcome to stay here as long as it's comfortable for you. And as we prepare to close our practice today, coming back to our intention of being where you are now. Trade your expectations for appreciation and embrace where you are now in this moment. As you go back out into the world today, I wish that it remained kind to you. And as you move through your week, remember to embrace those kind thoughts and words upon yourself and others. Namaste.